Welcome back, Legends. How are we doing? This is going to be the finale, episode number 6 of Skull and Bones playthrough, where I filtered out or edited out all the unnecessary travel and useless stuff and just stuck to the main storyline, and yeah, just soldiered on through. So with all that said, let's get into the next part of the mission. So we sailed the open seas and come across Huma, who is the sister of the lady from St. Anne.
We have the best opium in all of the Indian Ocean. If you're here to bring trouble instead of lose it, beware. I'm not given to much tolerance. So choose your illusion, but don't muse over long. All dreams turn to nightmare eventually.
God, that sounds pretty bland. Anyway.
It's an ill wind that blows nobody no good. Yet look what the latest squall just blew in. I am Huma, older sister of Yanita. This is my opium den, named Palkabuta. Or, if you prefer, the Blindhold. I already know who you are. Whatever my sister told you, I am not as easy to please as she. I am drunk less often, for one. You crossed the Indian Ocean, so you can sail. It remains to be seen if you have anything else to recommend you. Believe me when I tell you, you will gain nothing from Telok Banjara you do not thoroughly earn. One exception is your office, which is there when you're ready. Everything else, this isn't St. Anne, and I am not Yanita.
Not very welcoming, but anyway. Let's have a little check out of me office, eh? The Smuggler's Hideout.
Yanita makes grog, which suits her common temperament. My tastes are more refined. Here we turn poppy seed into opium. Not just any opium. We make Blue Lotus. It's pure as a summer dream, and the sweetest passage in the Indian Ocean. It washes away trouble and dulls pain. With your kind here, there's a lot of both going around, so business is good.
Yes.
We can help make improvements to your smuggling operations, Captain. For a fee, the Helm provides business opportunities and licenses to secure different types of contraband and greater profits. The smoke must flow freely to the masses. We're here to assist you with your first investment.
So it's just another opportunity for the Helm, which is basically doing like smuggle missions. In this case, opium. You're going to smuggle them across the ocean, sell them for a fee, and basically when you do that mission, you get the I forget what the currency is in this section now. It's been a week since I played it. I think it's Helm tokens or Helm coins, something like that. Anyway, continuing on. I'll accept that contract.
Salam. We are speaking now because you know who we are and we know who you are. There is no
Interesting.
need to speak of how you came here. Let's get straight to business.
Sounds good, mate. Yeah, so I was actually sailed, man, I don't know, probably 3 minutes to get to this guy.
Your spirit is commendable. Yanita has chosen her captains well. Now, on to business. Our interests are
But
simple.
the overall sailing in this game is insane. I cannot believe how long it takes to get around, especially if you don't fast travel. Like you're talking,
Out of sight.
in some cases, 10,
Transportation of
15 minutes,
goods is
and
always
like it's just crazy, man.
And that is all you need to know.
Like it's cool. There's a lot of stuff happens out in the open seas, like pirates and ships to attack, whales, dolphins, birds even come and land on your ship, stuff like that. Which you've probably seen in a couple of my videos so far, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyway, that contract is done. Gonna sail on out now. deliver it to this boat. The Escal. Alianja. So when you're back to Huma, I'm gonna make some opium.
Hello and welcome. Happy dreaming.
So this is where we actually start the last of the storyline missions with this character here, Rama. We go right through, do all the missions, and that's the ending of the storyline basically. After that it turns into just
Enter, please.
yeah, side missions and quests.
Well, I suppose you pirates are always at ease. From the stories my officers told me, I wasn't sure what to expect. I thought maybe you spat fire and had more teeth than Rangda herself. One more pirate stranded on our shores who believes that with grit and appetite they can carve out a small empire for themselves. I hope so. With me, you have a better chance, that is certain. I'm Admiral Rama, from the capital. Grew up with Sultana Haryati. Being part of the courts of Rempa, I learned one thing. When men from one empire build on the concessions of another, we get a doomed country. It's them on top. Men. Blocks of unchanging stone. If we let them, they'll sink us. That's why you stand before me. My officers say you can help tear us free from their rules. Pirates don't wait for royals to hand them chicken feet. They take the whole bird without ceremony.
Right. So what's the first mission? The Dawn of War.
Baiklah. I'm happy to see you are hungry for this business of war. I've been pushed here to Telok Penjara reluctantly. Didn't have much choice. I had to survive. Consequences of a failed coup d'etat. The Dutch and the Rempa are branding me a traitor. I tried to replace the Sultan with his wife. Despite her skills and guts, she's still not a man in the court's eyes. This weak leader serves both them and the Dutch, but not the people. I defied them with my dagger. A mistake. But violence is sometimes the only option we have to bring about change, isn't it?
It is. It is, unfortunately. But cannibals.
Are eloquent. Their voices do not require interpretation. This world is full of pretense, and I don't intend to curtsy my way back in. The Dutch hold the Sultana prisoner, and I doubt words will change their minds. My navy is wounded, but my spies are still active. Head to Lada on my behalf. I have something to loosen tongues. They will tell us where the Sultana is held.
Now that is interesting. So let's sail on. Let's see what we got to do here, boys.
Captain, the note speaks of the traitors sailing aboard the Pride of Holland.
Pride of Holland. Oh, she's a big boy too. This might be a bit of a battle. Now over the course of this video, boys, you're going to see me upgrade this ship of mine to an absolute beast, man. I'm going to keep in a couple of the battle scenes with the ship at this size, just to give you a bit of an idea how much you can upgrade the weapons, the health of the ship, and the armor. Because as it is right now, I don't have a rear-firing cannon when you got the front and the sides. That's beautiful, that shot. So this battle goes on for quite a while. If this isn't your thing, just skip ahead to about the 13-minute mark. And that's when we finally kill the Pride of Holland, man. It's a big boy.
Swine think they can win! Ha! Come on! Keep going!
How good. So now we have to return the damn letter to Rama at Telok Penjara. First we'll get rid of these ships so they don't give us any trouble. Loot this stuff. And yeah. Let's go and see the Admiral.
I heard you visited the island with the ruined lighthouse. That place is cursed.
Well, I didn't see any ghosts, so I think we're good. Anyway, check this letter out. What's your thoughts on that, Admiral?
So it is. From the work you've shown me, the Sultana was betrayed by one of our own. The little snake grew up in her care and dragged her belly across the dirt to the DMC. But I hear you exceeded yourself. The bribe is delivered, and on top of that, the man is feeding maggots now.
Yeah, maggots or sharks.
The DMC has
But yeah.
spread. The coast is festering with them. It's a miracle they haven't conquered our damn Gunung Berapi. How can I push them off our land if the Orang Kaya keep feeding them low tariff spices and escape routes? Purging us of those court ministers is precisely my intention.
Nice.
This letter says the courts will
We're on the same
welcome the
page.
Dutch at the palace, in plain sight. I should be at that negotiating table. But for now, I can only rebuild my army. I must learn about the meeting, but there are other jobs waiting for you, Captain. You can make maggots happy again.
Okay. Get the food chain going, huh? So we'll accept the next mission for Rama, see what's going on. Which is the Blue Moon Bribes. You can get a bit of infamy from this one, so it's stepping up.
I guess you don't mind being the bearer of bad news. Let's talk. I haven't been cynical enough today. Because of your work, now I know my usurpers are meeting the DMC generals in the capital. A brazen display of treachery. Precisely. Agreeability has never been one of my strong suits. I don't know why I'd start now. You see this ugly thing? A soldier of mine stole this figurehead from a Dutch ship. This is a reminder of the crushing weight of the DMC on my people.
I'd reckon be
One
heavy
day
as
I'll
all
throw
sin,
this piece of
nothing.
garbage
Damn.
straight into the ocean. You and I, we are beyond fear. I thought everyone wanted to fight for freedom. But no. All this talk with the DMC has lulled my people to sleep. They think Rempa is their friend. They think its people are docile. What they know of our people is only Suangjong Kuku. Enough with this musliha. Let's make some noise and see who wakes up.
I like your style. Let's get into that. So interesting. Very, very interesting
Some
now.
winds carry you to your destination. Find them.
So the missions are getting quite hard. We're going to be looking at upgrading my ship
You
very
got a
soon.
traitor while seeing the sights. I like efficiency. Maybe I like you.
Now, keep in mind that when all this stuff looks so simple, but this is probably getting the materials for this ship is probably like 3 or 4 hours of playtime. So we'll fit it out with the cannons we already had on our other ship. But now we get 3 aside, we get 1 in the center and 2 in the rear. So this has elevated this ship beyond limits of the other one. This is a new type of ship here. This is the one we're going to use to dominate from now on. We have a mortar, which is just amazing. This is just an example of just showing you how much the ship can just pack a punch now from before. Like it's nothing, man. Like it's nothing. Crazy, eh? Now with this game you can build different ships for different types of missions. So you could have a ship that was just dedicated to doing plunders, which would be destroying fortresses and stuff like that. Or you could have it one that's just a dedicated one to destroy ships. So many different options for this game. It's pretty underrated, really. This game got such a hard time because there was no like land type stuff where you get off the boat and run around like properly. There is, but it's limited. But in terms of like a naval combat or a naval type of game, there's a lot of stuff here.
Talking to the locals, I hear. The blacksmith is an old friend. The DMC and the Orankaya were so proud to be seen together. Well, thanks to you, now they're allies with the Abyss. And the bribes you salvaged, their vision of peace, sabotage with a royal stamp on it. It will pay for a month of meals, but it also reveals the extent of their corruption. I swear if this goes on, we might see clogs on the Sultan's feet. The bond between unqualified men is stronger than their sense of duty to a nation. As if women were a bigger threat to them than colonizers. Never. I'll die before I submit to those Chortling dugongs.
Thought I'd just try it and see if she'd take that, but she's strictly against those guys.
You won. Forget whoever else you work for. With me, you'll feel at least 1/10 decent. There are more names on the list, Captain. The purge is not finished.
Purge. Crazy. Crazy you just come along and you just saw automatically a hired gun. Just seems to win most fights. Pretty interesting. Anyway, that's what makes the game. Let's see what the next mission she has got. That London mission before, that was easy, man. With that new ship, easy. Okay.
You must hear this. The Dutch have outdone themselves today. I, the Commander-in-Chief of His Majesty, in the gracious defense of his native country, Holland, demand, in our master's name, that you accept this letter of apology. Apologies. They aren't sorry for anything. They want me to stand down when I finally have an army again, thanks to the resources you brought us. Before the coup, I could have tolerated an apology like this. Sat at their table, negotiated, laughed at their unfunny jokes. Baiklah. They want an answer. I'll give them one. I need you to deliver a punishment that shows the Orankaya that what I might lack in years, I make up for in guile. I like sewing. I bet a cotton thread, the prick of a needle, and a couple of usurpers' heads will dispel any doubt about my ability to send a strong message. My people will understand I'm serious, and like you, will be loved for our bad deeds as much our good ones.
Alright, so this is ramping up now. Let's... Okay.
A skilled craftsman.
So this
He knows
is
the realities of war,
secondary dialogue to the mission.
fiery
It's nothing to do with
iron
it,
souls
do with
like
anything
him.
at all. Just a little bit of backstory on the
Lucky we are to
blacksmith.
have him. He used
So
to
if
make
this
swords for the
isn't your thing,
Sultan,
just
you know.
skip ahead to the 25-minute and
Boring
8-second mark or
symbols
something
for
like that.
idle men. Swords are meant to be thrust and plunged, not hung on walls. But I admit, even with all that strength, I still feel pity for the man. He has endured many lifetimes of pain. Pale, greedy hands strangled that man's heart and left it to rot. Fortunately, he found Telok Penjara, like the Unbound, like many of us. But he is still restless. I can hear him hammering in the night like a steady heartbeat, a comforting sound to those who like him, a lullaby for those who never sleep. Is it love, or is it all he has left? I dare not ask. I just pray he finds some pleasure in it. The man deserves as much. Remember the good ones in your life. The ones that keep you moving forward despite the pain. Ingat, don't chase fleeting treasures. A real pirate sets their sights on empires.
Sweet. Alright, let's take his stuff. Gotta deliver Rama's message to show the DMC she will not yield, so let's do that.
The heads are delivered along with Rama's message. Let's get out now.
Oh damn, let's get out of here. Hit the sails, boys, catch the wind, let's go.
I'm not sure what that ship is doing here.
Like Vikings before and finding silly buddies. Both sides try to outfight each other, but we're the ones with cannons on our ass. Let's get out of here first.
Okay, this is intense. Now that was pretty hectic. The only way I got out of that situation was going around little islands to break up the cannon fire, and just made it. Just made it. Out on the high seas, man. Out on the high seas. I decided to do a little mission, just a cargo mission for the opium. Just to break it up a bit.
Fancy a little work instead of faffing about on your ship.
General Van Kinkle. This is one to read, guys. Just read this.
So, even the sea has decided to spit you out. I guess it was worth getting you on our side after all. You seem to have performed magic. You deliver traitors' heads and poof, turn them into the finest jewelry. Hariati's brooch, a thread weaved in gold. Who do they think I am? One of their miserable wives? Of course, I refuse. When they retreat from my home, then, and only then, we can start a correspondence. We are not lovers. Their trade is oppression. If they wanted to kill the Sultana, they'd have done it already. I can't overthink this. Doubt is what kills us. The Dutch spread doubt amongst the Rempa and pounce on us with bloody charm. They parade the Sultana around and blame me for her imprisonment, thinking it will knock me off course. As their mouths overflow with lies, I am losing loyal Rempanese who no longer trust my word. People I have lived with my whole life. But I will not give in. I am running out of patience. If they don't want to give us back what's ours, we'll take it.
Will or I? I believe it's I. I've been doing a lot of work for you.
Are you feeling at home here yet? Because someone else does.
Oh.
Van Kinkle, that sentimental prick is definitely my favorite kind of colonizer. The kind that tells you they're here for your own good. Everyone knows people cross oceans and brave rogue waves for selfless reasons, right? A helping hand from the civilized world. Like the fat pearls one finds inside the bellies of sharks. Farming may be honest work,
Yes.
but you aren't going to find any pearls in that dirt.
That was random, but
Kinkle
it
comes
works.
here to rob us and then brings our culture home as his discovery. Pathetic excuse for an explorer. The man can't read Rampanese, but he steals manuscripts for their gilded covers. I bet he'd collect oyster shells if we told them they were worth something. If you can take back what's ours, my people will see that I stand up for Rampa. Maybe they'll remember it is a place worth fighting for.
Worth fighting for. Okay. So we're back into the battles, man. Back into the battles. Pretty easy so far. Just have to recover the stuff and
You look
shit.
anxious.
Not much to it, man.
What we need is more work. Captain, it is like you were born for this. Imagine their surprise. The wind blows the other way now. I see. And people say I am impulsive and reckless. Perhaps your reputation will get people's eyes off my back. But I digress. I tend to do that when I'm cheery. And today, you make me cheery, Captain. You brought back a chest full of goods many DMC refer to as treasure. Stuffs to be sold. Yet, only my people can truly appreciate them. I am grateful you brought them back intact. One of the reasons I like working with you. Selective dignity, occasional pride. Not entirely garbage.
Not entirely garbage. What?
These aren't just things. They're how we keep our culture alive. And I'll risk every drop of my blood and tears for them.
Interesting.
Finally! Someone who hasn't come to rant or whine. I swear I'll strap the next person who does to the underside of a cow.
Not me, man. Just happy to be here.
Apologies. It's like a banging gamelan inside my head. I bet you know what it's like to mother a crew.
Mother a crew, huh?
Then you need even more rum than I thought. My bosun says I should be more nurturing. What does that mean? That I should spank the DMC out of the islands? I don't like it, but she has a point. We've been eating the same bland porridge for weeks. We have weapons, but barely any reserves.
Not good.
With you, I can retake control of the spice trade, increase our income, and stop these incessant complaints. My agents have stashed barrels of spice for you to smuggle back here. It takes a lot of it to mask the stench of this foul reality.
Okay, interesting. This was pretty easy, man. It's just literally just looting. It's all it was.
I hear
Just looting
you're
some
expanding your business.
chests, so not much to that at all.
Seen the appeal of Telok Penjara.
The spice must flow.
I would like to thank you for a job well done, but it sounds like you got a kick out of smuggling our spices from under their noses. Tonight the Unbound will feast and I can finally sleep well. I know merchants who will pay 5 times what the Dutch were paying for this nutmeg. The Orang Kaya are basically giving it away. I intend to. They were treating our nutmeg like it was bags of dirt. The world is addicted to our spices. And the DMC act like they're doing us a favor taking it off our hands. We only smuggled 1 cargo, Captain. Imagine how rich we could be if we kept this up. You know where to find me.
Interesting. I'm liking what you're saying there. I'd like some more money. Okay, on to the next
Get
mission.
me at a low point, Captain. I was out all night. Mind you, not partying. I wish it was all a bad dream. The DMC executed the Sultana at dusk. A spectacle for the pale crowd.
No kidding.
Then, they released her body to me. In the Navy, they teach us that good leaders don't let their emotions rule over them. They pretend war isn't personal.
Yes.
My enemies say it was because I provoked the DMC. An easy story to spin. The truth only paints a boring picture of the alliance of men and their greed. They killed her thinking it will intimidate me. You see how personal this war is? They want 2 bodies in that coffin, and they think they can wrap me in with her. A ship with my Unbound left for the capital at dawn, but they haven't returned. I need to send someone they don't expect. Someone who can turn warships into graveyards. Carry my vengeance in your cannons. Bring the Sultana home. When she finally rests, we will talk more, Captain, and decide what the future holds for us.
Interesting. Okay, let's do that. So we pick up a letter from that ship. We're going to give it a read, see what's going on, from General Van Kinkel. Interesting. So this was actually really hard to find, that little thing. It didn't spawn. It took me about 25-30 minutes trying to find that little spot there. But anyway. Anyway.
Okay, now what?
So this plunder stuff's getting harder, man. I'm upgrading my boat, upgrading my health, but all the other missions and the ships are getting harder as well. So it's got that feel, this game, like, you know, you work so hard to upgrade your stuff just to be on a level playing field the whole time you're fighting. So anyway, we get out of there because it's way too hot, boys. We got to get out. We have to escape. Everyone's on our tail, but we eventually do get out of there. And then we seek refuge here, which is, oh man, honestly, it was a pretty big hike across the sea to get to this island, but we made it. We made it. Holy shit. So mid-fight I realised I could actually even find this to do. I thought you had to kill the base and then do it, but you could do it mid-fight, so I did that and I bailed. I couldn't be bothered with all that crap.
I'm glad to see you. I don't know who else I can trust these days. Great work. What you did, it was an impossible task for me. I wanted to return to see the Sultana crown, not laid in her tomb. Returning... that dream is gone. I am tired of losing people. All while Van Kinkel plays Papa over a bunch of weeping Orankaya who are soiling their robes. The DMC don't see it, but they removed the hand that was holding back our blades. We can swing freely and slice their ships into 1,000 pieces. I have nothing to fear now.
Oh
There is
shit.
nothing else they can take from me. These idiots think if they call me pirate, I'll feel shame. I feel rage. I feel fury. I feel ready. I don't want Rempa anymore. What I want is to see them dead.
Oh shit.
I remember when we were alone in the Sultana's throne room. She dreamed she had no title, no name to uphold. She wished she had the freedom to be honest. No more lying, Captain. No more of feeling sorry for what we should or could have done. Now, there's only cannons.
Well, judging of how this whole game has been, all those words you're talking on your high horse, looks like I'll be the person doing it.
Soon you'll
Great.
know the streets of Telok Penjara like I do. A place where no single person controls what happens. When I was in the palace, the merchants were happy. But the DMC sent their most zealous dog, Van Kinko. That Dutchman pinches every penny and taxes every pohon near. Of course, he stops my shipments, brands them as contraband. Now, if I want my weapons, I must either beg or take them by force. Pirates like you, however, are free to steal.
I get what you're saying.
I didn't realize pirates were interested in art unless it was to steal it. Next time I want to be inspired, I shall come to you. You're a funny kind, pirates. Not long ago, Van Kinkel was one of you. But a pardon from the Crown of Holland was all it took to obliterate his past. Return my weapons. Let my supporters know Rama trade does not stop for the DMC's whistles.
Alright, back out on the seas, boys. Look at this mortar. Look at this shot. Freaking beautiful, mate. So, I got some advice for you guys. If you do play this game and you're into the whole naval aspect, do yourself a favour and just go around and get all the supplies to upgrade your weapons and your ship pretty early on, and you just stomp people, man. Stomp it. It's crazy. The amount of times I died early on with just a crap little ship compared to the upgrade, just the long range cannons at the front, night and day. Night and day. Anyway, getting the weapons for her because it's what we do. Hopefully she's happy.
I'm not familiar with gratitude, but I assume this strange sensation I have now is that Betty thing. My officers will have a drink on your behalf tonight. I pay. They bet you'd return. I bet you'd sink. Excuse our little game. I lost a few coins, but I won a valuable lesson. You're either as remarkable as they say, or Van Kinkel is losing his touch. Fine, I'll admit it. You might just be the villain we were looking for all along.
Interesting.
The shipment you collected was only branded contraband because the DMC didn't profit from it. Those weapons mean power to me and a small fortune to you. But I know the DMC. They will not surrender this route so easily. And I won't tire of the sight of cannonballs, so keep them coming, Captain.
Very interesting. So this, I believe, is the last, maybe one of the last missions.
As it happens, we are not the only ones the DMC take advantage of. They killed Chinese merchants who came to sell their new invention. One way to strike a deal. Van Kinkel intends to use it to turn every pirate into ashes. He's even boasting about his plans. Except the dead tricked him. Their cargo was hidden. Van Kinkel and the DMC know where to find it. But we can find it faster.
How?
Oh, we will. But first we must take from him everything he holds dear. I want him to hope, and then to fear. The Unbound have sailed already. They will hold the DMC off until you arrive there and steal it from under their noses. I am not lost anymore, Captain. They want to call me a pirate, a rebel, a threat to the Empire. I will inspire them to call me worse.
Dun dun dun. Alright, so now we've got some backup apparently. From what you're saying, Annie, they're bound to be there to... Damn! So this is a new weapon that she's talking about. I'm actually going to retrieve the new weapon, but it's similar to this. It's like a rocket type of,
Let us find it, Captain.
yeah. So a rocket type of weapon anyway, which is pretty weird. I'm not a fan of it at all. The aiming is really odd. The trajectory line that it shows is not very accurate. It's accurate, but it's very hard to see. And because you have to maintain your aim on whatever target you're trying to shoot at the same time as you're shooting, very easy to get off target. If you don't hit any of the, like the highlighted red spots on the ship, the weak spots, it does bugger all damage, man, unfortunately. But this is really good for plunder missions and buildings. This is where it shines. Very good for that. So this is coming into what I was saying earlier. You could build a dedicated plunder ship. You probably put a weapon like that on there and make it easy.
You visited the Dutch. Not great hosts, but there's loads to plunder wherever they stay. Well, well, aren't we getting good at this? Everybody did exactly what they were supposed to. This invention you retrieve, they call it the termites. Plundering scouts stick it to the base of towers, and it reduces them to rubble. Its effects are far from pretty. The explosion doesn't discriminate between stones and lives. I'm giving one to you. The termites mean carnage, but it's what they asked for. I knew explosives would excite you. I only needed to hear it with my own ears.
Yes, yes, yes.
The Chinese merchants were very cautious. They hid more of this new invention, scattered it around the Indian Ocean. Beyond giving us a tactical advantage, it is the first time we take something that was never ours, something they felt was their own. And that feels good. I have learned to adapt my tactics. I've made cunning partners. And now I have obtained the tool of a real pirate. I have never felt more ready to fight.
Are you fighting though? Are you? Not really. Just giving some poor pirates some coin and food and weapons to go and do it for you, but that's alright.
Let greed and desire.
Here we go, boys. This is the last mission.
As wax. Then you will have achieved your difficult task. I used to love this book, this phrase specifically. But now I realize it's rubbish. A flawed wisdom. The righteous elite think us greedy. They mistake courage for greed. The courage to stand up to them and take what we want, what we deserve. We aren't greedy, that I am sure of. It's just that when you're free and you take what you want, people get jealous. Then they put names on you. Sinner, rebel, traitor, bitch.
Ooh.
Van Ginkle, with his ships full of spice and his fort full of treasures, tried to declare their waters pirate-free. As if he has a magic wand that can make us disappear. He's jealous. Our existence threatens his essence, so he put a bounty on your head. You're a symbol of tenacity. A tenacious freedom. He doesn't like you. Go. Meet the man who wants to end piracy. Take what you want. His life, his fort, I don't care. But show him a pirate's freedom does not stop at his gates.
Alright. Last mission, guys. Let's buckle up. Now the cool thing about this mission is you actually have a few ships in tow. It's absolutely chaotic in here though. Chaotic, man. You got ships that keep spawning. They're all pretty high level, as well as the Van Kinkle there in the middle. His ship is just OP, man, but probably, I'd say a 15-minute fight. 15 to 18-minute fight. Pretty hard, but we got there.
You made Van Ginkle leap right out of his jacket. Too bad it doesn't come with the body. The man who had set out to end piracy. The bastard is dead. His men sent halfway to Amsterdam with shattered hulls and wounded pride. It took blood and tears to achieve this victory. But it was worth it, wasn't it? This here is our future. This is our moment. This is our capital. Here we are unbound. Here we are pirates. Our resistance is the root and vine that will grow into a free republic. We will not back down from their cannons. You helped us prove that. So now, let's cheer. I believe you have more than deserved this. Wear it with pride.
Thank you.
When we first met, I wasn't sure you'd last. I was worried you'd end up fish food, ranked with the taste of failure and regret. Now, the seas are your hunting grounds, with the winds steering you to greater power, wealth, and infamy. And I hear certain circles have taken an interest in you. Their name has been reserved for the most trusted few to steer the fortunes of the world. Like you and me, Captain. The helm has deep pockets for grand ambitions. Had I not their silver and influence to draw upon, my resistance would not be where it is today. But now, it is time to build an empire of your own, armed with a kingpin's fleet. Unita and Huma will be able to tell you more. Beyond their dens of debauchery,
With that, guys,
the sisters know the way to
that is the end of my little series for Skull and Bones. Hope you enjoyed it.
The winds favor my
A lot of
goals and
editing.
ambitions,
This is about
Captain.
7.5, maybe 8 hours of footage cut down to 54 minutes. So, yeah. Hope you enjoyed it. Take it easy, and I'll catch you later. Cheers, legends.